As I said before, one of the ways to have good pelvic health is to have a good understanding of core awareness. The three muscles that are involved in the core are the pelvic floor muscle group, the transverse abdominis, and the multifidus. I'm going to go over how to find these muscles, how to use them by themselves, and how to use them together. The first muscle group we're going to go over is the pelvic floor. We should all be sitting on either a ball, a chair, or on the floor. In sitting, we are actually sitting on the pelvic floor, which is like a hammock between the pubic bone and the tailbone. What we want to do is contract these muscles as if we are trying to stop pee or hold back gas. Take a deep breath in to your belly, and as you exhale, that is when you want to think about closing the holes of the pelvic floor, thinking between the pubic bone and the tailbone, to hold in pee or to hold in gas. And then when you inhale, you release. And as you exhale, again, think about closing the holes between the pubic bone and the tailbone so that you are holding in pee or holding in gas. Since you are sitting, you also might feel that the tissues that you are sitting on between the pubic bone and the tailbone are lifting away from the surface that you're sitting on. Keep practicing this until you feel comfortable with what you're doing so that you can apply it to the exercises later on. The next muscle group is the transverse abdominis. This muscle group is our deepest abdominal layer, and it wraps from our hip bone to our hip bone, from our ribs to our pelvis, and into our back. We're going to get onto our hands and knees now to feel what to do with the transverse abdominis. So on our hands and knees, we want to make sure that we are in our good posture. So we're not arched up, we're not sunk down. From here, again, we're going to breathe into our belly, and we're going to bring our awareness to that deep abdominal layer, the transverse abdominis. So we're going to inhale, filling our bellies without moving any bones. And as we exhale, we're going to think about hugging baby into our spine or creating a smile from hip to hip. Inhaling, filling. Exhaling, hugging baby in or creating a smile. And as you notice, I'm not moving any bones. I'm only moving the soft tissue of my belly, hugging baby in. Again, keep practicing that until you feel comfortable that you are able to use those muscles by themselves in any position. From here, we're going to go over the multifidus, and we're going to lie on our sides. You're going to rest your head on your lower hand. You can bend your knees so your feet are lined up with your pelvis. Make sure your ribs and your shoulders are lined up with your pelvis so you're not hunched over. And from here, take your top hand and place it on the lowest part of your back, just above your pelvis, so that you can feel where these muscles are. These muscles attach from your spine to your pelvis. We're going to, again, take a deep breath in, filling our belly. But this time, as you exhale, you're going to start to lift your top leg away from your lower leg just a little bit until you start to feel a little bit of a soft tissue swell underneath your back hand. So we're going to inhale, we're going to fill our bellies. And as you exhale, you're going to start to lift that top leg. And then inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. Feeling for that little swell in the muscles underneath your fingertips. Good. So again, keep practicing that until you feel comfortable with it by itself. Now we're going to go over
all three of them working together. We're going to stay on our side. This time, as you exhale, you're going to contract all three of the muscles. We're going to think about holding in pee or holding in gas. We're going to think about hugging the baby from the front, and then we're also going to lift the top leg away. So we're going to inhale, filling our bellies. And as we exhale, we're going to think about closing the holes between our pubic bone and our tailbone. We're going to hug baby in from the front, and we're going to start to lift that top leg until we feel that swell in our low back. We're going to inhale, filling our bellies. And we're going to exhale using all three of those muscles together. So keep practicing trying to use all three of those muscles together so that you can start to apply that to the exercises and the videos to follow, as well as throughout your daily life. I really hope that you enjoy these exercises. It's going to really boost your pelvic health.